The Lax team played the Buffs in Denver this weekend. What a game it was. The recap is coming up.
That's right, Ryan. The spring game was also this past weekend. And hey, Ram fans, good news. The Rams won this one. Reno Bartle and I will break it down later. Everyone, CTV Sports is here. We're ending the semester in style. It's our final installment of CTV Sports for spring 2012. In Greenie, Ram athletics across the board had a busy weekend.
Boy, did they ever. Hillman lacrosse, softball, track, that's just to name a few. They were all competing over the weekend, but I heard you got to catch a glimpse of the football team
That's
at
right.
the spring game.
Reno and I were there, but the only good thing coming from this one is I got a little sun.
Boy, I tell you what, your face looks about as bright as my shirt right now.
It does.
But hey, at least it was football. Football's
was.
back. All right,
It was
well,
back.
let's move to basketball. Larry Eustace is already reaching new heights with the CSU men's basketball program as he added his first player to the roster today. 6'9" power forward Gerson Santo from Southern Idaho is joining the Rams next season and is expected to help fill the void left by senior big man Will Bell. Santo averaged 7.4 points and 4 rebounds per game last season with the Golden Eagles. Santo turned down scholarships from both Washington State and Illinois to join the bold new era of Ram athletics.
CSU continued the Rocky Mountain Showdown this past weekend in yet another sport, lacrosse. The Rams continued their streak in this game. CSU was down late in this one 10-6 with about 6 minutes left. They scored 4 goals late in the game to force overtime. The Rams took the momentum into overtime and scored one last time to get the win. This win moves the team into second in the conference, the place formerly held by the Buffs. Now they only trail to BYU. This was the last week of the regular season play, so it is now on to the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse Tournament, where the Rams will face Utah State.
Utah State is from Utah. All right, well, it seems that all Ram athletics this semester has only been winning, and softball this past weekend wasn't any different. The team hosted Boise State in their second-to-last home series. The Rams took the first 2 games of the series, both with a final score of 5-3. They did drop the last game on Sunday, however, and ended the weekend with an even record of 22-22.
CSU baseball also took on the Buffs this past weekend, and the dominance continued. Coming into the matchup, winning 17 of their last 20. They did not disappoint us, CSU. In the 4-game series, the Rams took 3, including a 9-2 win on Sunday to wrap up the series. The baseball team will wrap up their regular season this weekend in a 4-game series against Northern Colorado. We now have Haley in the Weather Center to let us know if the games will be sunny. Haley, take it away.
Thanks, Ryan. As you know, I'm Haley Pennington with my last weather update for the year. Temperatures have been in the highs lately, but we will be getting some showers this week. Let's see what the rest of your week will be like. Here is your 7-day forecast. Put those jackets away because Tuesday will be in the mid-80s with a slight chance of thunderstorms at night going into Wednesday with a 10% chance of showers, but still being warm with upper 70s. Thursday and the rest of the week will have a higher chance of storms with highs just being in the mid-60s and lows being in upper 40s. So watch our developing weather reports here to make sure it'll be sunny for the baseball game this weekend. That's all I have for you. Good luck on those finals and have a safe summer. We'll be right back after this break.
If you're looking for a new pet that you can cherish every day, consider adopting from a shelter. Shelters are full of healthy, loyal, fun, loving pets, eager to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet, so bring home your new buddy today. To find out more, you can visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back. This past weekend was the annual Green and Gold game. Reno Borden and I were there to catch all the action. And Reno, not the most entertaining game as the offense for both squads only managed 2 field goals. But what do you take from this one?
You know, it was tough. I left with mixed emotions because I didn't really know how this team is going to look going into next fall. But the one thing is the defense certainly did look to be, playing pretty well, but the offense was just kind of summed it up with a lot of sloppy play.
Right. No passes to Gilmore or Coffin or Greenwood, huge players last year. But you got to think McElwain is just hiding his playbook from because we saw CU and Air Force scouts there.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think any coach is willing to just go out there and unload their full playbook, obviously, in the spring game, because you know that other teams are going to try to get kind of a little preview of you. But I don't think we have to worry about it too much. I mean, it's only the spring game. You got to remember this is his first season, so I think those guys, they're definitely going to be a big part of this team.
No worries. Now on to the defense without Norley Cappy and Mike Rakpo. The Rams have some big gaps to fill. But what did you think of the defense?
This was the one year where I looked at it and I was very impressed with their ability to wrap up in the backfield. Here you just see them. They were absolutely destroying the line of scrimmage and controlling it all game. And in the past, we've always had that, had to worry about if the defensive players would wrap up the players. It seemed like everybody was always breaking tackles. And this Rams defense really pays attention to detail. Now you see the cornerbacks, they're watching the quarterback. They're not just sticking around and letting the ball come to the wide receiver and having a battle for it. They're going to it now. They're getting interceptions. They're playing very, very well. And I think this team is definitely going to be the bright spot.
Right, and in this, the cornerbacks and DBs had more catches than the wide receivers.
Yeah.
That's something we got to work on. So is that now my question is for you, what's the one area we need to focus on in order to beat CU on September 2nd?
I think the one spot that we're definitely going to have to focus on the most is obviously that offensive line. They gave up earlier in the season, they gave up 27 sacks. Then they had given up 15. In the spring game, it wasn't that bad, but still the defensive line was just getting in the backfield way too easy. And wide receivers are definitely going to have to step up because a lot of that is on the wide receivers. If they're not getting open, your quarterback's just hanging out back there, and the defense is going to get to you quick. So there was a lot of drop passes we saw, so hopefully they can step it up too and improve that.
Right. All right, well, thanks for coming on. Let's now take it to Ryan on the desk.
All right, thanks, guys. Former CSU running back Raymond Carter has been training for months for the NFL Draft happening this Thursday. Earlier today, he tweeted that he talked to the Jacksonville Jaguars, so we got him to sit down for a Skype interview to tell us what that conversation was all about.
They were just making sure they had my right contacts in getting secondary numbers so they can reach me. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but they asked for it. And they were just asking for some basic info, so they can have in their system, I guess, to do whatever they have to do. But, yeah, that's all that conversation was. I talked to the Broncos last week. They was pretty much doing the same thing, and, they was just telling me that, what they thought about me as a football player and what I can bring. And they was telling me I was on their draft board, and they was real excited about that. So we'll see what happens with that too. So
now, Raymond, there has been a lot of things that have changed since you graduated. What do you think of the new direction this football team is heading?
I think it's good. I keep up with some of the guys that's still there. I talk to Chris Woke a lot. He's been keeping me posted on everything, how they're doing. And before I hear they're having a good spring, they have a lot of injury guys, but they haven't practiced this spring. So I think once those guys come back, they're going to be a good team.
Now, the NFL Draft will start Thursday night at 6. Hopefully, when the draft ends, we'll see Raymond Carter's name on the big board along with all the other eligible Rams. All right, coming up, we have a special tribute to some of the seniors in Ram athletics that made a huge impact. Do not go anywhere.
You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry. Pass the honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I am now joined by Ryan, Kayla, and Reno. We are here to talk about this semester. Guys, there has been a lot of changes this semester, a lot of big things that happened, new coaches for both football and basketball. I want to know what the biggest change or best thing you thought of this semester was. We'll start down the line. Reno, what was yours?
I think my favorite thing so far was getting the new AD, Jack Graham. I've been here for a while, so I was pretty used to mediocre play from all the sports teams, and he's really kind of changing the culture, so that was really, really exciting to see that take place.
Kayla?
I'm going to have to go with the two new coaches, Coach Mack, Larry Eustace, taking over. He has huge shoes to fill for Tim Miles. I was really sad when he's leaving.
Tim Miles, yeah.
Yeah, both coaches seem like they're going to bring a new dimension to Ram athletics, and it's going to be really exciting to see what they have to do.
Ryan?
Mine was seeing the basketball team in the March Madness and putting them in
yeah.
the bracket, even though they didn't win. That was awesome. and the 14-game winning streak the baseball team went on. That is just unbelievable, and I love it.
I'm going to have to stick with the basketball team. 3 upsets at home of top 25 teams. We stormed the court all 3 times. That is just something that I will always remember, and I think that everyone that went here will remember. All right, so it's been a great year. We've had the pleasure of covering many CSU sports. We want to thank Colorado State Athletics.
And it's not just CSU varsity athletics that we want to thank, but club sports as well. Colorado State club teams made a huge impact with some special shout-outs to CSU hockey, who swept regionals this year and made it to nationals. Big congrats to CSU baseball, who got off to a rocky start, but has since been dominating their competition in conference, going 10-1.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, and CSU lacrosse is second in their division behind BYU, who's ranked 4th right now in the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse Division. And we were lucky enough to see Regan Smith, who's out of Denver, and his making an impact on the NASCAR world.
Oh, yeah.
And we also got to break down some of the biggest sports with Peyton Manning survival and Tim Miles.
Tim Miles. Still a soft spot.
All right, and we also want to thank all the CSU athletes who joined us live on the show. We can't tell you how much we appreciate your support. CSU had some great senior athletes this year across the board that led the Rams to victory in many sports that took CSU athletics to a whole new dimension.
Absolutely. We'll be gone for the summer, but we'll be back with a brand new show next fall. We wanted to leave you all with some of the sights and sounds of the seniors that made a huge impact on Ram athletics this year, made by our senior producer Jordan Peterson, featuring senior music mogul Zach Kruk. Here is our tribute to you all.
Ram horns.
Yeah.
And everybody say that big dreams come from money, but I can do it all when I'm running on a honey. Other rappers leave when they hit it. I am coming, turning water into wine, making gold out of nothing. Oh, I'm taking this whole world by storm. It's time to start another world war. I'm taking this whole world by time to start another world war. I'm taking this whole world by time to start another world war. I'm taking this whole world by time to start another world war.
Now they go deep down the far side with the Carter. Over the 40. Over the 30. There we go.
I'm on repeat. Took the world by ones. Check the receipt. No competition. I am monopoly. Blow it all just for fun. Shopping spree. Oh, I'm about to sell the world, you know. I got them in my pocket, so you know. I'm about to sell the world, you know. So you gotta go. I'm about to sell the world, you know. I started knocking, so you know. Time to start another world. I'm taking this whole world by storm. It's time to start another world war. I'm taking this whole world by time to start another world war. I'm taking this whole world by storm. It's time to start another world war. I'm taking this whole world by time to start another world war.
Couldn't have asked for anything better.
Students are responsible for all CTV content, therefore they bear responsibility for the decisions they make. CTV is not an official program of Colorado State University, but is produced by an independent, nonprofit corporation using the name CTV pursuant to a license granted by CSU.